Inside your brain, I can see clear through. Your eyes tell more than you mean them to. Lit up and flashing like the resin bliss out there on the neon avenue. But I feel like a stranger. I feel like a stranger. And high. You keep firing glances across the room, and I can't stop wondering just what you got. Get feeling I'm gonna find out real soon, but I feel like a stranger. Feel like a stranger. You know it's gonna get stranger, so let's get on with the show. Yes, in the wheels, it's smoking round midnight.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? We're gonna get right into it today. We're gonna play some Cube today. It's Friday night. It's a night for limited. Thursday is modern. Or maybe Tuesday, depending on where you're from. But haven't played a ton of limited lately. Most of the Magic I've played in my life has been limited. Although with 700 matches of Goblins in the last 4 months, I must be getting close. Don't know anything about the Bant Cube. Should probably read something about the Bant Cube, actually. Let's see if I can do that before. Bant Cube, MTGO. Before we go any further. There's Flicker, there's Aggro, there's Artifacts, there's Storm, there's Control, Sacrifice Combo, Counters, Flash. So the thing is, in a cube that is this low on colors, you can probably, like, in the worst case, just play a bunch of basics and be fine. So, if there's overlap in any of the archetypes, I think you can take advantage of that easily. If there are cards that are just strong, period, then, you know, something like a silly combo like Emery Bobble. I don't know if that's going to be in there, but if there's an Artifacts archetype and I see Emery's in there, Like, you know, that could do a lot of work, even in an off-color archetype, or off archetype, because there's only 3 colors. No goblins in Bant, unfortunately. May end up on White Weenie just because it's fun. We'll see though. A lot of people just cubing all day. I guess I should show you guys what I'm looking at. This is what I'm taking a look at. 6 of 8 in the queue. Tempered Steel, Artifacts, just Mono Blue Storm, which is a deck that I've drafted before in other cubes, but now it's, I don't know, we'll see. Rope Burn, thank you for the subscription, appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Hopefully we're going to be getting back to more Goblins content soon if the modern meta slows down a tiny bit. It's really just currently, everything is slightly too efficient. And usually what happens in a cycle where aggro and efficient cards are like the thing to be doing, you go just slightly bigger than that and you end up winning. And then you go just slightly bigger than that and you end up, you know, eventually at control. So we shine in that spot where it's transitioning from the slightly bigger mid-range to control, because we play all 3 roles, but we really are the best at beating control and mid-range. So once Tarmogoyf is back on the menu, you'll be seeing a lot more goblins at the tops of things and on this stream in general. But here we are, going with Bant Cube. Archangel of Tithes. As long as they are untapped, creatures can't attack you. Alright, so half a Ghostly Prison. I think Flicker is like one of the most fun cube archetypes because it's like just totally value-based. Batterskull is obviously sweet. Ghostfire Blade and Ensoul Artifact here. I do like Lodestone Golem. And the thing about Cube is that all of the cards are really powerful, so what do we do? I mean, as far as the most powerful card in the pack, just period, it's probably Gilded Goose. But then Growth Chamber is also really sick. I mean, Charming Prince is really great. Do we have any of the, like, flagship cards here that they used to represent anything? Doesn't look like it. I guess in Soul, I do. You think Thassa for a Blink style deck? Well, there's Thassa and Charming Prince, and Charming Prince is cheaper. So that's why it's tough for me to choose. I'm just gonna take the land. Ooh, I actually like this Nissa. I hate this Bear card. Heartbeat of Spring is Storm card. Mystic Snake is pretty sick if you are starting on this Simic Growth Chamber. Thassa does blink every turn, that's true. I'm thinking about taking this Nissa. How's it going, Cactus? You think Lotus Petal? You're all in on Storm already. I mean, we went green-blue, and the only other card that is green-blue here is Mystic Snake and Nissa. And I guess you could take Vidalcan Shackles. Or we could just, like, fix our mana entirely. I wonder why Malira's in here. Seems like it could be important. We're gonna take Nissa. Auto-selector having our back there. Chulane, Teller of Tales, Vigilance. Whenever you cast, tomorrow you're gonna need my energy for Legacy Goblins. Good luck, man. It's a good deck. It's legitimately good. I don't know what your build looks like, but you're definitely more than capable of piloting that one. It's, in my mind, even simpler than modern goblins because it's just way more powerful. So there's a lot of places where you're just like, well, let's see if we draw a haymaker. Whisperwood is decent if we're doing this ramp thing. Night of Autumn is so good. Card is like incredible in a cube. Like any cube. The land card. I mean, I don't want Tulane. I think I'm gonna take Whisperwood. The Ballad Ged Recovery seems good. You know what? I'm gonna go with Night of Autumn. Night of Autumn is so powerful that adjusted Goblin Lackey's list. What did you change? Because he goes on some wild one-up stuff, which is like not how I like to build decks. So I'm sure like there's a lot of room there. Titanic Brawl, probably are gonna need this. Pelucranos though with Nissa, Night of Autumn, probably seems like the pick here. We're just gonna go on counters. Is that our thing? I mean, Elspeth Knight Errant is actually one of the best creatures ever printed, but Pelucranos also is a board wipe in a ramp deck, which kind of looks like we are gonna be halfway in between. Dragon's Guard Elite, although, is actually really cool too. You know what? I'm gonna take Pelucranos and hopefully we wheel Dragon's Guard Elite. Oh, Jace is sick. We just like full on Bant weirdness. It's tough because like I said, it's Bant. Like it's not hard to play all of the. This card is just great. Halvar? Halvar's pretty good, but it looks like we want to be green-white counters, but this Jace is sick. What does animation module do? Alright, I think we gotta take animation module. Although Volo. Volo just looks like super value. We could also take Journey to Nowhere. It is one of the best removal spells ever printed, but I think in the Bant cube, I mean, we gotta take Murktide, right? Although no, because that's not really green or white. This is tougher than I thought it would be. I mean, you can just take Rexage or Harmonize. There's an Artifacts theme, so I do expect those Rexage to be better than usual. That's why I took Night of Autumn. Choose a non-return. Tamio is good. Ozamug is kind of bad. This is a tough one. I think draw 3 cards is probably like just too good. So I'll take that. I like Elvish Reclaimer. I like Good Fortune Unicorn actually. We could just be on the lands, like maybe we get a Knight of the Reliquary along with this Elvish Reclaimer, but then we gotta start taking like weird lands, and the lands haven't seemed that exciting, to be honest. Like having this be a 3/4 that searches for lands is cool, but I don't know. I'm thinking Good Fortune Unicorn, and we could also take the Flicker stuff now because we have Night of Autumn, Good Fortune Unicorn, Nissa. You can reset your Pelucranos, so maybe we are gonna end up in like a green-white Flicker, and that'll be cool. Branching Evolution is really expensive for what it does. I mean, this is decent for Flicker. Benelish Marshal is neat. I think what we want is this. It's just like, yeah, I think Bow of Nylea is like just so much protection. All right, here's a Knight of the Reliquary that wheeled, but we didn't take that card that we talked about. So maybe we want Spectral Procession? How does this work? Yeah, Spectral Procession plus Good Fortune Unicorn is pretty sick, although it's pretty expensive. If we're just green-white, I think that's the spot to be. And discard a card, tap it gains indestructible. Nah. I like Rin Wingmare, but we're really glutted at the 3 spot. I think I'm gonna take this. I mean, you could take Balagad. It's just a tapped land that is also a spell, but I think mana fixing, now that we have this Spectral Procession, is gonna be really important. Well, this is like a perfect splash. Actually, no, it's not. I'll take Oust. I don't really like... you know what? Night of the White Orchid is probably better than Oust. Here. Creature. I don't know. None of these are really that great. We can just take mana fixing. I don't really want to do the Halvar stuff. Bant Charm? I mean, if we have mana fixing, Bant Charm is pretty decent. And Tech Edge, which is probably not going to make it. Alright, Frost Titan. How do you not pick Frost Titan? Is this why we were taking mana fixing this whole time? Like, Frost Titan is so good, just period. There's like a Spirits theme. We can take this Mirari's Wake, which, like, how could that ever be bad? We could take Wayward Swordtooth, but I don't really like it. I think the best cards here are Soul Herder, Frost Titan, Geist Honored Monk, and Mirari's Wake. Obviously, Judgment is good too, but... And I think based on what we have, we just want to take Soul Herder. Like, we have some mana fixing. We have things we would want to blink. And I think, like, Soul Herder, Animation Module, Night of Autumn is a combo. I don't know. This is tougher than I thought it would be. Just because everything fits together too well. Osri's Lieutenant. Well, that's pretty good. Kind of want that. It's also pretty good. I mean, Metamorph is one of the best cards of all time, though. As is Sower of Temptation. So right here, I'm thinking we're either going to take Birds of Paradise, Phyrexian Metamorph. What is Inscription of Abundance? 2+1/+1 card player gains. Alright, this is probably not that great. Birds of Paradise, Bosri's Lieutenant, or Phyrexian Metamorph are our choices here. I think I'm gonna take Birds. I think my mana costs are tough, and we want to ramp into like big stuff like Pelucranos. Although we didn't take Frost Titan, which is probably a mistake if I'm taking Birds. Soul Herder is just creature. Yeah. We might just have bad. This is just a removal spell. Oracle of Moldai is just so good. How do you not take that? And Vorinclex is really good too. Yeah. I mean, this goes with the counters theme and our ramp theme. And it's just like one of the best cards, probably, period. This could be really big, but beating face. Maybe we just want utility. We could go with the flicker route here with teleportation circle. I think this is probably the best thing to do, though. Just like something. You know what? Maybe we don't have enough interaction yet. So, Oblivion Ring, Quatley's Raptor, Smell Fear is probably the best interaction we have based on the other stuff. You know what? I'm going to take Quatley's Raptor. Hopefully we wheel some kind of interaction. Because that card is like actually good in our deck. Talking about being green, white, blink counters. That's like exactly what you want. I don't know how you don't take Skyclave Apparition just in any context. I am kind of confused as to how it's here. It's like one of the best. Yeah, I agree that that's a weird choice, Keanu. Surprised you had the eye to see that. Paladin class. Spells your opponent's cast. No, no. No. Don't want that. There's Ginger Brute. Servant of the Scale is like obviously what we're supposed to take. Just based on like what we're talking about being. It's just a modular creature, but I think Giver of Runes is just actually a good card. So we're gonna go with that. We're only splashing blue here so far. Banisher Priest is decent. I mean, I guess you gotta take the Ozolith, right? And this wheeling shows us we're kind of in the right spot. So, Wake wheeled. Blast Zone is interesting. This lets us play an additional land, and with Oracle of Moldiah can be pretty gross. You can also just take Arcbound Worker, though. Since we're doing Ozolith animation module stuff with Vorinclex. I also like Mirari's Wake, but I think that's more of a Storm card. Yeah. So Bosri's Lieutenant wheeled. And there's also Citadel Siege, but I think we just want to focus on creatures when we've got the Soul Herder. It enters the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. We probably want that. Dispatch doesn't actually do anything for us, and Conclave Tribunal is good. But we have Skyclave Apparition. And Valorous Stance for big creatures. I think that's where we want to be. I could be wrong. We have 1/2 artifacts, so this is like likely not going to do anything for us. None of these are very good. This is a 2-mana 2/1. Maybe we end up getting enough artifacts that this does something, but probably not. Oh, and we got the Smell Fear back, so that's cool. White Sun Zenith is sort of where we want to be, and we didn't end up going the lands route. So this Maze of Ith, which I didn't realize was in the cube. Not that great. All right, so we're at the point where we can start making cuts, which is good. Genesis. Genesis is just infinite value. I don't see how. The power level in this cube is like. It feels like wildly imbalanced. I gotta throwing that out there before I play it. There's like a couple cards that I don't see how everybody doesn't want, and the fact that people aren't taking them is making me confused. Kizimdu Mammoth is okay. I think Luminarch Aspirant is just like... It's just so good in general. Ochre Jelly. It's just an X creature. Got Trample though. It's good for the Ozolith. That's just a solid combat trick, but you don't really want that. You just take more removal spells. You can just take Fixing. But I think Luminarch Aspirant is like gonna lower our curve a little bit. And we'll just have like a solid limited deck here. Okay, Great Henge. I can't take that. Bygone Bishop is okay. Kitchen Finks is pretty decent. Just like kind of do it forever. I'm sure there's like a combo that I passed and didn't see. Evolution Sage seems really good. But so does Pelt Collector. Do I really want this Pelt Collector? It's between Pelt Collector and Evolution Sage. Like, are we playing this Bant Charm? Is Bow of Nylea making the cut, or is this a sideboard card? Feels like it is gonna make the cut. I don't know. If I had things to put counters on other than creatures, I think I would take this Evolution Stage, but as it stands, and here it is, here's why I should have taken the Evolution Stage. I mean, Sublime Archangel is actually pretty sick. Simic Charm, High Tide. Blink Moth Nexus is okay. It's between these two here. Target creature you control, and this is just, it does everything. It's giving our creatures trample. It's killing stuff. Icing Death is neat, but it's not actually good. I don't think. I think we just take some fix. Oh, wait. Each other human? How many humans I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No, Elf Shaman, just 5. 6. Basic Tenant is probably way more for aggro. I think Inspiring Call is going to beat out Valorous Stance. Oh, wait. How do you not take this? I think Timeless Witness is really, really good. Maybe it's too expensive. I don't know. We're going to find out. Shalai. I mean, I think Yorion is good. I do like Yorion. What is the companion thing? At least 20 cards more than the minimum deck size, so we need to make a 60-card deck to put Yorion in it? So to put Yorion as the companion? Which is, like, interesting. You could do that, but Shalai is just so good. Shalai is, like, that's an I win button. Luminous Broodmoth. Whenever a creature you control without flying dies... Well, that's every creature we have except Shalai. So that's really good. +2, nope. Aether Spellbomb, maybe. Karn's Bastion is alright. I think Once Upon a Time is just really, really good. How do you not... Is this a bad cube card? Is that what's going on? Like Luminous Broodmoth or Once Upon a Time? I think because we don't have like sacrifice shenanigans, like this is a little bit worse, so Once Upon a Time is kind of free. Feels like, I don't know. Wildborn Preserver. Well, we have some non-humans, not a ton. Gale Powder Mage. Oh no, return that card. This is a blink card. Spell cost related. Destroy all non-land permanents. No thank you. I guess I'll take this. We have a lot of cuts to make. We might need removal. And then, I guess Ochre Jelly is like right in our wheelhouse. We'll take Ochre Jelly. Evolution Stage Wield, so we don't have to even decide if we want that or not. None of these cards are going to make our deck. So I guess we'll take Memory Jar. We correctly identified that Crystalline Giant actually might make our deck. Alright, let's get these out of here. This is going to be tough. Oh, I forgot to change shirts. My shirt is wild. On the camera here. Wearing the magic shirt. It's looking like I'm Right Said Fred wearing a mesh t-shirt. So Memory Jar is obviously not making it. These cards probably don't make it. All right, so we have like, let's split these. Let's split some of our cards into like themes. So like, as far as removal, we got Baffling End, Smell Fear. We got Valorous Stance, which is probably the worst of all of them. We have what else do we have? Is that it? Oh, we have Pelucranos. And then as far as protection, we probably have too many. So Valorous Stance is coming out. I don't think I want Wildborn Preserver. It's just like a way to sink your mana. Maybe it's good. It's possible that Giver of Runes doesn't make the cut. Oh, this is removal. So then we have like grindy cards here. Oracle is ramp. Nissa is ramp. This is just like, could be anything. It's just like a huge mana sink. This is really a flicker card. Vigilance Protection from Multicolored, though, is interesting. How's it going, Sugar Peach? Good to see you. What was I looking at? Osric Lieutenant. Yeah. This is a grindy card, but like pro multicolored maybe is just like a sideboard thing. Skyclave goes in no matter what. We only have Vivian. What's Vivian's Oh, Vivian tutors from your sideboard immediately? That's neat. So you put like a weird like let's end the game card there. So maybe that's like, I don't know. Maybe we leave Night of Autumn in the side. No, Night of Autumn is too good. I think Bant Charm probably isn't good enough. So I don't think we're holding mana up. I don't think that's this kind of deck. Arcbound Worker, Pelt Collector, Birds of... Hey, is Birds of Paradise not good enough? Also, is this like a 16 land deck? I don't know. you like popping those emotes across the screen? My favorite one. When it comes across the screen. This is tough. I'm not good at cube drafting anymore. So this one's just definitely coming out. Ochre Jelly is like decent, but a 2-mana 1/1. Let's leave it in the board for now, and maybe that's like the thing that you're taking out with Vivian, that you're just like, yes, I have so much mana, and now Ochre Jelly is good. So we need the Ozolith. The birds, like maybe we don't want birds. Do you need rant? I mean, skipping to 3 is always good though, right? Luminarch Aspirant's good. It's like probably more for an aggro deck, but it just spreads out counters and then you get to proliferate. Seems like we're gonna be fine. Harmonize versus Timeless Witness. I think because of Soul Herder, I think Timeless Witness beats out Harmonize, even though Harmonize just says draw 3 cards. I think Spectral Procession just isn't that good in this deck. Maybe Baffling End is like something that you board in. Now, how many more cuts we have to make? 2? 2 or 3? So, weakest cards in the deck. Crystalline Giant? I mean, we're going to get to be able to proliferate this Crystalline Giant once it gets a +1/+1 counter and move its counters onto the Ozolith, so I think it's good. It could be that just Nissa is not good. I mean, draws cards. And you do get to 7 lands in games, especially when you're ramping like that. It's possible Genesis just is unnecessary. 5 mana 4/4, not exciting, and we don't have a way to put it into our graveyard easily, so we'll take that out. We'll call Bo like a... If Bo is a sideboard card, then what actually, maybe Knight of the White Orchid is just not where we want to be? No, but First Strike and being big are, that's a combo. Maybe Oath of Ajani just is the worst. Like, is Bow of Nylea better than Oath of Ajani? We don't have any ways to flicker Oath of Ajani. We're making one Planeswalker cheaper. I'm willing to believe that this is the worst card. I think that's right, actually. We're gonna run it like this. I think all of our lands are making the cut, so that we don't have to play an island. Academy Ruins, Spire of Industry, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. That's probably not enough for Spire of Industry. So I guess we're not playing that. And then Academy Ruins, not enough value. I guess this is close enough. I mean, maybe Wildborn Preserver is supposed to be in here instead of... Maybe Once Upon a Time you can afford to play one less land. So we go to 15 with Once Upon a Time. Seems unlikely that that's correct, given that Vorinclex is in here. Here, let's sort this by mana value right now. It's like not the biggest curve. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think... I mean, this is going to be 16 lands. Oh, and we already have Once Upon a Time? Oh, should we put Wildborn Preserver in? That was our question. We do get to continuously pump it up with Soul Herder, which I do like. Does that beat any of the cards in here already? Could beat Knight. Could be that Luminarch is slow. It might be that Crystalline Giant just stinks, but I like the idea of moving its counters. Bow of Nylea just not good enough? Yeah, I think Bow of Nylea just isn't good enough. No islands. Right, we only have one blue card? Yeah. And we have Birds of Paradise, so no islands. And then we have double white on turn 2, so... Oh, can I get different lands? Or do you have to use these lands in the cube? I think you have to use these lands in the cube. This is a weird recording. I don't know. This is tough, but I think this is fine. Like, I wouldn't be too upset. And then you can adjust if you hit a grindy opponent. You bring in Genesis and Bow of Nylea, and like you're just getting there forever. It's just a question of if this put a +1/+1 counter thing just on command is good enough. But we do have Vivian to do that, and we do have Luminarch Aspirant. We're gonna go like this. First game of Bantcube coming up. Stay tuned. What? My friend just sent me a picture of my parents. He just ran into them somewhere. I don't know why he's there. So this should be decent. I mean, maybe we don't have enough interaction main. Like, maybe I was supposed to have cut, like, some of my synergy to bring in Baffling End and, like, Valorous Stance, maybe. But we'll find out. We will find out. I think Night of Autumn is just... and Vivian are gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting here. Wakes. Joe Aches. If only this had a land. If only this had a land. This we can keep. And, I think here... I think here, you just have to hope that you're going to draw lands, and Soul Herder... This Pelucranos is going to be small. Maybe Pelucranos doesn't fit in our deck. I mean, we have a Wildborn Preserver, Flash. We'll see how this works out. Gonna play Plains first. If this spell's the first you've cast this game... Alright, so we'll wait. We're not gonna cast the spell until Once Upon a Time. So we'll know better what we're getting into. Alright, so they're going on Storm over there, and we kind of need a Plains desperately. If we're gonna interact with them at all. I'm gonna flash in Wildborn Preserver, so we're just gonna pass. And we're looking for land, is what we're looking for. White-blue would be ideal. I don't think we actually got any white-blue lands. Getting brawled down to 19. Cast it without paying its mana cost. Yeah, I think we just take Plains. We can't afford to not hit a Plains, I think. Oh, I okayed through playing Wildborn Preserver. That's great. That sucks, actually, but... hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Just gonna exile this Baral. Somebody plays a Baral, and you're just like, they must mean business. Okay, so they're stuck on 3 lands. So here we're going to be able to put... we should just probably play Shalai, I would think. I mean, they didn't counter this Skyclave, so they probably don't have other counterspells. And now our Skyclave is hexproof. We have a 3/4 flyer. Next turn we can Wildborn Preserver and then play Arcbound Worker and put 2 counters on it. Everybody has hexproof. Seems like we're going to aggro pretty good here. And Azorius Charm totally got punked by us. Yeah, they just didn't draw a 4th land, and they apparently need it. So, Baral, but lots of expensive stuff is what I'm gathering. So, Baffling End probably not good. Valorous Stance maybe decent. We really didn't see a lot. It feels like Bant Charm might have some value here, based on how they were playing. Like, if Baral is in their deck, then Bant Charm is probably going to get some decent value, but... what do I guess I would want it over, like, Giver? That seems fine. Maybe Baffling End is what I should have put in over Bant Charm, but seems okay. Here... I mean, we have a lot of planes in the deck. We can actually play Shalai It's not fast, but I think this is a keep. Just having all your colors of mana in limited is just so valuable. Alright, so probably not playing... probably not playing the Simic Growth Chamber until like turn 3, but that's fine. We'll play the Luminarch Aspirant, it'll slowly tick up. This may be some kind of Memory Lapse, Mana Leak type card over there. And I guess we'll find out. There it is. No, it's Impulse. Okay, so they're... It feels like they're on Storm. Just classic Bant Storm, which doesn't exist. But... So we're gonna have a 3/3 attacker next turn, which is pretty sick. Do I want to play Crystalline Giant next turn? I think so. The faster you can get a hexproof counter on it, the better it is. Ooh. Alright, so what I can do here is I can play Animation Module, and then when I put a +1/+1 counter, I get to create a servo. If this survives. But then I get to play my Simic Growth Chamber, which is going to make my land drops less awkward for like the rest of the game. So that's good. And you get value off of your animation module immediately. We can start proliferating. We don't actually have to play anything else. Yeah, so let's just attack here. We'll put our counter on our servo. And then we'll make another servo. We'll attack for 5. I assume there's flash creatures and stuff. Yeah, there's a Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster Impulse, they can chump my servo or trade with my servo if they wanted. So we could have just eaten their Snapcaster, but the servo is pretty much free, so it doesn't feel like necessary. Ooh, I was supposed to have played the Crystalline Giant before combat. That's a feels bad. So let's just, did I already play a land? Yeah. We're just gonna play the Arcbound Worker, which triggers our animation module. That's why we tap the Simic Growth Chamber. I don't know if... I mean, I do know that Oust is in the cube, so you're like sort of bluffing that by holding up white, but that is not the intention. It was just because I don't want to be completely tapped out if I don't have to be. Because this modular trigger... Ah, that's rough. I do want to become famous. Thank you. Hit me up in my DMs. Alright, so we have really good cards to just play afterwards. This Vivian is going to be good. Hopefully we hit +1/+1 here, or hexproof. What did we hit? We hit hexproof. All right, hexproof is pretty good. Next turn we'll play Vivian. probably, and just plus it. Beat in. Although they have like Mystic Snake Cryptic Command type stuff up now, but let's play it like this. They haven't played any counter spells yet. They seem like they're a counterspell deck, yeah. So they remand us. See what kind of counter we get. Death Touch. All right. We'll play Once Upon a Time once we know better what we want. I mean, Plains is really what we want, but hasn't been a dire need yet. Such a good, just a great spell. Ooh, Oracle of Moldiah promises to draw us many planes, though. I think you gotta take Oracle of Moldiah here. It's just, it takes over the game. We got the planes anyway. Let's see what's on top. I do like the way this Death Touch token looks. Oh my god, that was so powerful. Just 2 lands straight off the top into play, like, so good. Death Touch, Menace, Hexproof. Can give it double Menace with my animation module. I mean, they already know about Vivian. If they counter Vivian and they don't touch our board, we're probably fine. Oh, we can't play Vivian. All right, then. Well, I guess our decision was made for us by the lands on the top of our deck. Wow, we just got Force Negation? That doesn't feel good. This only triggers on +1/+1 counters, which sucks. I guess they didn't want it to trigger on Planeswalkers, so I can respect that. They have they have 6 lands with different names? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess they do. Another field, another land, and they'll be making zombies. What do you got? Show it to me. I'm having so much fun. Thank you, Motion. That was... I don't think this person knows what they're doing. This doesn't do anything. What they just did. All of the power of this card is not affected by the fact that it can't attack or block. How have you been today? Have you been doing anything smartly? Vorinclex on the top is pretty good. They actually have more lands than us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 7. So, like, I could play Knight of the White Orchid. Shuffles away the Vorinclex. 5, 6, 7. This doesn't kill them either way, but let's do this. Give me the plains. Put it out there. Put that Razor Verge Thicket into play. Another plains. I guess we'll attack first, because we can't kill them either way. And we do want to do this. And we actually want to do it like this. Actually, no, wait. Do it like this. We can proliferate. I think is like probably the move. Choose a counter on target permanent or player. Oh, I have to declare attacks first. I'm just gonna proliferate instead of playing Vivian into counter magic or whatever. Choose a counter type. Oh my god, this is the worst interface I've ever seen. Huh. Maybe maybe corpse counter, maybe fungus counter. Where is +1/+1? Why is it not? Oh, I guess I don't have a +1/+1 counter yet. This is so bad. Let's get another death touch. You know what? Maybe hexproof counter. Give it double hexproof. Wait, it does have a +1/+1 counter. That's what this is. Why wasn't it there? There's fungus among us. That's the best meme ever. Among Us. You guys, have you ever played that game? Real good game. Red is sus. Why can't you escape that anymore? I think there's kids still playing Among Us. I think there's like people that watch Among Us every day and then they go to theater class. All right, you got my 1/1. It's dead. How come I couldn't find? That was like so dumb. All right, didn't matter. Won the match. 1-0. Off to a good start. Deck seems good. There's nothing wrong with Among Us. That's true. I think intrigue and lying and dishonesty is part of a game. I can't see myself doing that every day. I don't even like doing it. I don't know. I actually never like doing it. Because if you're good at it, it doesn't say anything good about you, and then if you're bad at it, it's like not fun. There is something wrong with everyday Among Us. I'm glad you agree there. It's like, I don't know. It's. I've never been into them in general. All those types of games. That's like the difference between American board games and German board games or something like that. Like, just American board games don't even involve boards a lot of the time. Huh. This is interesting, because any land, and I can play Crystalline Giant, but like, that's not much of a plan, is it? Too fast CK. I am on the play. Means if I draw planes, I'm just like in great shape. I think this is like a high risk, high reward. No. I just didn't finish my thought. It wasn't supposed to be relatable. But like games like Catan and Ticket to Ride, things like that, things that are like actually board games, they fall under the category of German board games. And I think I'm just supposed to play this at sorcery speed. There's like no reason not to, other than fanciness. And then games like Among Us and Secret Hitler and Mao and whatever has a million names. Those are American board games. Ooh, that's an interesting... See, I look at that card and I don't think it's that powerful, but they chose to remove it over my pellet collector, which is... Well, it's not going to matter because I'm not drawing any lands. I mean, we kind of took a risk and we didn't get paid off, but if we draw any land here, it'll be okay. Alright, well, it's not ideal. I probably should have waited to play that. So now they know I don't have a land for turn, which is, yeah, it makes this way more appealing. Fuck that one up. But we're not going to win this game on 2 lands either way. So hopefully we draw out of this soon. This is real bad for us. So we can't even block these because they're flying. All right, we're just gonna concede. We're gonna go to game 2. Couldn't get there. At this point, even had we drawn lands, we're in a lot of trouble, and we weren't anyway. What do we want to do here? Baffling End, probably... Does it say 3 or less? Yeah, so that's good because it takes out a Spell Queller that got our stuff. Valorous Stance actually kills that other flyer. Bow of Nylea not even close to good here. Because it only does 2 damage to creatures with flying. And all their flyers we saw had more than that, so that's weird. How do I... Probably are not attacking Pelt Collector into stuff anymore. We could just take out Arcbound Worker too, for that reason. And then we're just going to be on like sort of a bigger plan. Is there a way to get even bigger? Like just take out all the small ball shit? Probably take out Huatley's Raptor and then put what in instead, though. I actually don't like Knight of the White Orchid here. It's okay. But I think we're going to have to take this game long. I'm feeling unfavored here. I'll say that. Maybe we just go like this. I was thinking about putting in Ochre Jelly and Genesis, but I think they're going to try to tempo us out, and those are just too slow. So, this time, hope we draw lands. If not, so be it. We want to play first. We got lands. We got interaction. This should be okay. It's not exciting, this hand, but we can play. Who is this guy? Minsk, beloved. Oh, he's the guy with the hamster. Apparently he's from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Forest pass. We're gonna be playing Good Fortune Unicorn. Hopefully we draw another land and we get to play Oracle of Moldiah. I guess it's possible that I would play Good Fortune Unicorn into Vivian. I guess we'll find out. It's probably worth it to play Vivian while I have this Timeless Witness in my hand. And we can take out this Selfless Spirit, although this is probably Spell Queller. And Spell Queller is 4 CMC or less. There's no way for us to do anything like cool around the Spell Queller. But we can like not play into it at least. Like we can attack, and then they have to decide if they want to Spell Queller and just eat my guy, which would be good for them actually, so we don't want to do that. I think I want to play Oracle here. It doesn't really matter what I play, but this being a removal spell, if it goes wrong, I would rather have this Spell Quellered. Okay, there you go. It did go wrong. But we still have Timeless Witness to grab back the Oracle, which we will. Archangel of Tithes. Archangel of Tithes is good. I think the best I can do here, just make it a 4/4, but then I still can't attack. So we're just gonna play Timeless. Well, let's not get Mana Tithe again. There's two different versions of Mana Tithe. Just in general, don't want to get Mana Tithe. So we get back our Oracle of Moldiah and we pass. We're gonna take 5 here. Have to deal with one of these ASAP. Next turn, I probably should have played Yavimaya Coast because, oof, oh, that's really good. I think we're just gonna get wrecked by blue-white flyers here. Can't block. Nothing to do. We can attack this, but can we Vivian plus Baffling End? Yes, we can. So I guess that's what we have to do. Will Baffling End the Selfless Spirit? Then they give their stuff indestructible. Oh, that's gonna hurt? It's gonna hurt real bad. So because we can't, well, maybe Vivian will gain us life. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 6 of it is in the air. But then, so like, they just attack our Vivian and we are basically dead. Ozolith, not a good draw. Everything is indestructible. There's probably some way for me to like force through some amount of damage there, but I think we're just getting beat by a better deck here. Collective effort. Is that lethal in the air? No. Bunch of 3/3s though. I mean, we have a card that we're not drawing that, oh, I need to pay 2. Wow, I'm just dead. I am actually just dead. Can't block enough damage. Yeah, their deck was way better than ours. Deck was way better. Well, at least it matched up well against us. Just went right over the top, and we didn't draw removal spells early enough, or maybe I should have played Vivian earlier to try and kill stuff and have a target for them to attack instead of us. But they hit our Oracle really early with a sensor is what it was. And I think that game was just, we couldn't win from there. And then the first game, we just got Spell Quellered, just walked right into it. Didn't expect it, should have. Although, I'm not a cube player, so the stuff in the cube is like sort of not all on my radar. I haven't played it a ton. Selesnya Sacrifice combo. I didn't know this was here. I had the option of getting the Kitchen Finks too, and the Altar of Dementia. Wow. Well, missed that one. This is good. We're gonna play this Once Upon a Time without paying its mana cost. What do we want given this hand? We have 3 lands. Can't really cast Vorinclex for a while. It's between Crystal Giant and Knight, and I think Knight plus Luminarch. Although Crystalline Giant plus Ozolith is pretty good. Yeah, and then if we get an early if we get an early hexproof counter, I'd be pretty psyched about that. Do I play Ozolith or Animation Module first? Next turn I'm going to play this and it's going to trigger, and then I won't be able to pay this, but I will be able to save the counter if that comes up. So we'll do that. Razorbird's Thicket into the Ozolith. Wow, with hardened scales across the table. So this looks like a mirror match, and I think we're decently well set up for that. Birds is really good. What does it mean if I cast Birds? What can I do next turn? I'll have 4 mana next turn, which means I can Animation Module, Luminarch, and... Well, I guess I can just Birds Animation Module here? Not even good, though? I think you just want to get this guy into play as early as you can, and by this guy, I mean this girl. You know, in the worst case, your Ozolith gets a counter here. Okay, I like this. I mean, just green, they're not killing anything, so we can play Unicorn and set up for next turn, or we can just play Bird's Animation Module and get a servo, which I like. I'm assuming they have actual 0 in their hand, which is why I'm doing this all pre-combat. Normally, you would want to, you know, to keep them guessing and not spend your mana until after you've already attacked. But we did need to play Animation Module first either way, so... Ooh, they have a slow hand over there. Just gonna play Good Fortune Unicorn. So we put a counter here, and that means we get to make another counter, which comes with a counter, which means we get to make another counter. And then we can't do it again, but I'd say that was pretty good. So at this point, even if they kill our stuff, we have so many counters to put on the Ozolith, and it's going to be tough to lose this game, I would say, although they could board wipe us, and then all we've got is this Crystalline Giant. Hero of Bladehold is a great card. But we can attack into that pretty easily, I would say. We'll do this. Say yes. Just keep doing it. Just churning out servos. I wonder if this has any legs in other formats. You can play something like Animation Module into Metallic Mimic. And then name servo. That's a lot cheaper. Not gonna play this Crystalline Giant. I think this army of 2/2s is enough. And it's a no here. We don't attack with the Unicorn because it stops our plan. Forgot that the Ozolith can move it, so we can actually buff up our Good Fortune Unicorn too. Noun 2, whenever one or more counters are put on it. Okay. So I don't think that they're gonna get to do anything cool here. Yeah. So I think this is the kind of matchup where we're gonna shine. I think we have some pretty great stuff going on. I don't think I need any of this stuff in the board. Valorous Stance seems actually pretty relevant against their deck. And maybe I take out, like, Pelucranos. Although Pelucranos will deal with a Hero of Bladehold decently well. So maybe we just take out, like, the Pelt Collector. Pelt Collector is not that great. I mean, how big? It can get pretty big, but... you can't keep a one-lander with, just one color. Here, we have 3 mana. We go up to 4 when we play Nissa. We can't play Skyclave, but it's like the best thing in our deck. I think we're going to put this on the bottom, and Nissa will shuffle it back in. So hopefully by the time we draw it again, we get we have some number of lands. Ooh. I think I'm going to cast that looking for a land next turn. I'm not sure. Alright, now we're not going to cast it looking for a land. We are going to cast it before we Wildborn Preserver, though. So they're likely going to attack here. Maybe it will have evolved, maybe it won't have. So we need to cast this now. We'll get... At least Raptor seemed pretty solid. Although, yeah, if I could cast Knight of the White Orchid, I would grab it, but we'll grab Huatli's Raptor. Flash in this. Block. Yeah, they have expensive stuff. Okay, Razorverge Thicket is good. So I think there's a way to stack this such that this gets another counter. So let's do that. So you want the Huatli's Raptor to trigger last, so you stack it first. You pay. And then we'll proliferate. Is this already selected or no? No, now it is. Got that colorblind friendly interface of just a very small green border. Have to lean in to make sure that it's not glowing white. Bum, 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 bum. Ding, 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 ding. Man, we played the song as a band yesterday. Feels so good. All right, so the Prismatic Ending our 4/4, which is good. Not for us. Good for them. So here we're gonna play Nissa. I think you get a force into play. Not a mana fixer in our deck, just a ramp card. Oh, it gets it into hand? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna pick up this other forest. Hit him for 2. So we'll have 5 mana next turn. We can Vivian, we can Knight of Autumn. We have a lot of options. Let's see what they got. Another Hero of Bladehold. So probably gonna just Vivian my Vigilance person. 1, 2. So now we have a 4/5 Vigilance that can both attack and block the Hero of Bladehold. Pretty sick. 1 land short, at least as far as our hand goes. Okay, so this pumps up their Hero of Bladehold every time they attack with it, which is pretty good. We will double block though, so we can't really let that happen over and over again. They're attacking our Vivian. I wonder how they're going to stack it. Because they can't kill our raptor. This Nissa is going to be a 2/2 for a while, so I don't mind trading it for a Hero of Blade Hold. And we're going to Knight of Autumn this Druid class, or Ranger class is what it is. And that'll be fine. We still have a Vivian, which is good too. Destroy target enchantment. And we'll just make it so we can block some 1/1s. Continue getting in with our Vigilant Trampler, which is going to kill them next turn if they don't do anything about it. I think the Knight of Autumn just showed why we felt it was so good in the first place. Yeah, there you go. So we 2-0'd, or 2-1 the draft, got our money back, did our part to play some Limited on a Friday night. That was the Bant Cube. I'm just going to cut the stream here. I was just streaming early before people go to F&M, before I go get dinner, all that stuff. Just a nice early afternoon stream. Got one draft in. Might be back later. We'll see. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. More Goblins content soon, because the meta looks to be shaping up, but it's not quite there yet. I do keep an eye on it. It's not like I'm just like not looking at Modern. Thanks for joining us. Consider following. Stick around for next time. Get some notifications. There's some great emotes that you saw used today. Have a good one. Good luck at F&M.